Every day I wake up and I remember that first day the Steam Deck launched and the way I felt.
Many hours later.
It is 8 p.m. I was mid-recording the next YouTube video and I just, I don't know what happened. It just shut off mid-video.
It turned off. Like nothing's, like it's dead. Like nothing, I don't know what happened.
What you just saw was as far as I got in that recording. And sitting here without it has made me realize that I just lost the one device I use for work, gaming, unfortunately taxes, and everything else. I am down my main computer. Like $2,000 worth of gaming machine, gone. I mean, I've tried opening it up to see if I can find any issues with it, but I don't got a lot of time to figure that out right now. I gotta get this video done. Now, I looked around my house and I figured, what other alternative can I use? Well, I had a hard look and I couldn't really find anything. I lied. I have this guy. Now, I don't think this needs any more introduction on this channel. This is the Steam Deck, and I thought that me literally losing my entire gaming setup would be the perfect opportunity to give all of you a special type of video today. This is the story of how I replaced my entire gaming setup with a Steam Deck and some used accessories. I am not using my current setup with a Steam Deck. I am starting from square one. Yeah, I'm getting a locked 30 FPS. There is so much going on, but honestly, probably the best area to start in. I'm here to break the myth that gaming should be gatekept by high prices. Not at all. In fact, gaming should be accessible to everybody. So stick around and I'll show you why. Now, I've seen a lot of these videos before, and what I've noticed is a lot of people are doing this by choice. They're ditching their gaming setups and they're going for something more Steam Deck. But in my scenario, I don't really have a choice. So that's why we're here. And I'm gonna show you that you can get away with a lot without having to break the bank. Follow me. Welcome to the cellar. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, Nick, why are you in this disgusting cellar of yours? What are you doing? Well, recently with gaming, it seems like everything is going up in price. GPUs, CPUs, like anything, even consoles. You think like Xbox would get the memo that like an old console shouldn't be going up in price after 4 to 5 years, it should be going down, but here we are. So I really wanted to make this video to showcase that you can get away with a lot with just a Steam Deck or any similar gaming handheld and just a few run-of-the-mill used accessories, and gaming really is accessible. We just need to open our eyes. So instead of relying on my 2-monitor setup and delicious looking keyboard and raising desk, I'm just gonna go to my cellar and set up a used, scuffed setup. So how am I gonna prove that for you? Well, let me show you. Now look, I'm not gonna give a whole rundown of what the Steam Deck can do. I've got other videos you could check out where I go through the whole thing. This video is something a little bit different. Right here is my little DIY impromptu battle station. And at first it doesn't look like much. I mean, I just got the Steam Deck, I got this Insignia TV 32-inch that I've had for probably 15 years at this point. And if you want to tell how old it is, that's how much dust. Now, of course, this isn't much on its own. That's why I brought some stuff. To start, probably the most important, the Steam Deck charger that came with the Steam Deck itself. So there's that right there. Then we have these old Beats Studio Solo 3s. Oh God, I probably just broke them. Beats Studio Beats Studio Solo 3 with nice added character to them right here. A Logitech, I don't even know what this is, G402, Logitech G402, one of my favorite gaming mice. And you can't have a gaming mouse without a gaming keyboard. This is the Logitech G910. This guy is a beaut. I got back in 2015, so a whole decade ago from when this video is being posted. I don't even know if these work, to be honest. But you're probably wondering, with a mouse and keyboard, there's also games like, emulators, love controllers. That's just the best way to play. Got the PS5 controller. I've, shown this in other videos I've done, and I really recommend that controller. And then you can't have connectivity without a USB-C hub from Zmoop-Ping. You could get any USB-C hub. You don't need the really expensive, Steam Deck dock, and HDMI, so it can get all plugged into the TV. that's the whole setup. So obviously we got to put all this together now. So prepare for a time lapse. Are you kidding me? This doesn't fit? Wait, for real? Wait, actually? I gotta get a new USB-C hub because this one doesn't...
Ain't gonna fit.
It's not plugging in. Okay, I got this. Hopefully this works. Let's see. It works. Ignore the cable management. Just ignore it. Okay, so everything's set up. We are good to go. And let's fire this thing up and see if it works. Moment of truth. We have life. I can't believe this keyboard still works. I can't believe it. Let's just, I think I gotta turn the TV on. Let's see what happens. I know I'm acting like this is rocket science, but I mean, like, you gotta understand, I haven't pulled this tech out for years, and oh my God, it works. There's our setup. All right, well, here's our fully working gaming setup. We went from nothing to something. I mean, this is all used DIY, really old stuff I had sitting around in my house. A disgustingly sharp TV, like not in a good way sharp. And at the core of it all, the Steam Deck. So yeah, obviously we're not done yet. We gotta test it out. So let's play some games. We got Judgment, when I've been playing recently, and it's a fantastic game set in the Yakuza universe. Anyway, so obviously Hollow Knight Silksong. I don't think this game needs an introduction. I've played it before. I made a YouTube short on my channel. I played this game on a huge 4K TV in my basement. That'll be for a separate video, but for this video, just showing perfect, works great out of the box, and it's no problems with performance at all. Some other awesome games I tried were Hades, Doom 64, I Am Your Beast, a bunch of other games like Crash Bandicoot and Gunfire Reborn, which is an amazing roguelite FPS shooter. I really recommend playing it. Asphalt Legends, which I think is cheating a little bit because it is a mobile game, but it's fun. You gotta try it. And also Tears of Metal right there. It is a fantastic game. It just hack and slash action roguelite set in a fantasy medieval world. Steam Deck just does an overall fantastic job with this kind of stuff. I mean, we're either 30 FPS locked or 45 FPS in most of these games, and there's the odd few that don't run quite well that we're about to get into when I talk about the mouse and keyboard section. But in terms of controller games, and most of the ones that I have installed here, they run great. But Nick, what about mouse and keyboard, dingus? Why do you have all this set up if you're not gonna play mouse and keyboard games? Nick here with better lighting. Mouse and keyboard games with this thing is a lot better than you think. I tried a variety of different games here. We're gonna start with some older ones. So Team Fortress 2. I've been die-hard TF2 fan, one of my favorite games. Performs perfect. Mouse and keyboard, it's actually got a native Linux build. I guess you could call it a native build. Beautiful! Max Payne 2, Fall of Max Payne. This game, I love the Max Payne series. It's some of my favorite stuff. It just is perfect. Let's move up a little bit into the more recent releases, but still indie. We got Neon White. I love Neon White. It's a fantastic game. It's like a parkour speedrun shooter. But yeah, that game ran great. And you know, there was one comment on my last video that said, what about RTSs? Guess what? Civ 5. This game is perfect. And what better way to try it than with a mouse and keyboard? Runs great. It's very playable. Now, I see a lot of videos that like to say that this thing can't do AAA. It's half true, and I'd like to show you a few brand new releases running off the deck with a mouse and keyboard. Let's get into it. Doom the dark ages, this runs great. And they actually just pushed an update that makes this run a lot better. And it just goes to show that there's a lot of support for the Steam Deck and handheld devices. Another release is Arc Raiders. This game is another one that I love. I actually played a little bit with my buddies and it runs great. Another game I want to look at is Outer Worlds 2. This popped up in my library. My good friend purchased it. Thank you, Anthony. Basically, it runs pretty good. Steam Deck HQ made a video on this and basically talked about how the game was running and stuff like that. And runs, you know, I think 30 FPS lock. It runs all right. Now, this is great and all, these single player AAA games, but what about multiplayer big games like Counter-Strike 2? Well, no problem. Counter-Strike 2 runs perfectly pretty good on this, is the best way I can explain it. Runs good. I mean, you know, it's playable on the deck, and yeah, there's gonna be a bunch of other games. I also went through like Deus Ex and Left 4 Dead. Like I said before, gaming space seems to be going in this direction that is, everything is going up in price and we're losing access to services and we don't own anything anymore. And the kind of whole point of this video is sort of to make this statement that gaming shouldn't be that way. This thing doesn't solely need to run on SteamOS. Install any launcher you want. You can completely escape the Steam ecosystem with this. This device and similar PC handhelds are almost an escape for ownership and freedom in the gaming space that we've never seen before. You could go out and buy a console and you really don't own anything on that console, and you have to hope that they decide to make those games backwards compatible on future consoles, but not with Steam as it is and not with other PC gaming launchers. And my point is, my long convoluted point, gaming should be accessible to everybody. And you know what? I could play most PC games that I want on this. Call me a Valve bootlicker, I am a little bit, but when I see a little piece of hardware that is freeing and portable and just unlocked as something like this, I nod my head yes, like I think a lot of people should be doing, because what exists out there, we're gonna be stuck in a world of non-ownership, and I really think it's important that we have options like this. So look around you. If you don't have a gaming setup yet, gather up some stuff, buy some used parts, get a Steam Deck. You shouldn't be limited to having fun. I hope you enjoyed this a little bit of a different video from me. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Nick, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Take care.